A clinic was claiming a 90% success rate in treating asthma sufferers.
The story we told you 2 weeks ago was about a new so-called asthma treatment.
All you've got to do to cure yourself of the symptoms of asthma is change your breathing technique.
Yes.
Within 2 days, she was off everything.
I'm, convinced that it has worked for me.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, no.
Ventolin puffer, nebulizers numerous times a day, as well as the puffer. Prednisone, morning and night.
There's the case of Joshua Foster Brown, now 15.
And Pulmicort, which is a steroid-based drug.
Our specialist had certainly tried to reduce them.
If I'd missed a day or something, I'd end up in hospital or just really sick.
So Joshua Foster Brown, Dr. Ivan says, probably simply grew out of asthma, coincidentally at the same time as he did the treatment. Then there's Dr. Florian Messner, a musicologist, a chronic and continuous sufferer. That all changed 18 months ago with the Buteyko method.
You've actually learnt a way to control your asthma without drugs?
Yes.
But again, Dr. Young is simply not impressed with people like Florian Messner or Giovanna Cancelleri and her daughter Olga.
So it's just a coincidence that Mrs. Cancelleri got better at the time she did this.
Well, that plus the placebo effect, which is a terribly, terribly important effect.
So none of the patients persuaded Dr. Young that Sasha Stalmatsky's treatment was even worth a closer look.
We've got proper records in our clinic, this for 7 months.
We asked, was the treatment of no benefit, some benefit, or great benefit? The results, they speak for themselves.
Without the measurement, it's really of no value. There is not sufficient evidence that this is likely to work to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a proper trial of it.
Peter Wilkinson with that follow-up.
In this programme, we'll be putting Buteyko to the test.
So she's amongst the most severe of our asthmatic population.
The patient is Donna Gowrie. Virtually crippled by her disease and unable to work for the last 8 years, she's at the end of the road of conventional medicine. The second patient Professor McNee offered us was self-employed plumber Campbell Stewart.
He's a patient who has chronic asthma, and by that we probably mean he has chronic inflammation in it.
It all looks rather strange, but it does have a scientific rationale.
I'm feeling great. I'm going to do this in life.
A different person. I can't believe it. Look at her. Eyes are spotted. Now, do you put that improvement down to the Buteyko method, or could it have come from something else?
I think it has. I mean, it's the only different thing I've been doing, because I've cut down medication.
A lot better. Definitely a lot better. Big difference. Everybody, my whole family, see a big difference in me.
Is that right?
Yeah. Even neighbours.
What do they say?
Just says that they've never seen me looking so good.
The simple fact is that in 34 patients, prior to Buteyko, they were costing £15,000 a year for their asthma medication. After Buteyko, they cost £5,000. That's a reduction of 2/3 in their drug bill. If this was extended to the rest of the country, very significant savings could be made.
It's being touted as a drug-free way to cure over 200 ailments, from asthma to impotence. Shakuntala Santaran has the story.
But since she learnt Buteyko's method of breathing 9 months ago, Moina says she's been so healthy she no longer needs medication.
I haven't used an inhaler or any kind of traditional medication for my condition since I took the workshop, which was in June. So that makes me drug-free now for about 9 months.
PAP machine.
59-year-old Christopher Gold is another satisfied Buteyko customer. He suffers from sleep apnea, a potentially life-threatening breathing disorder. Jack Vidgen, who's been teaching Buteyko's method for over a decade, says this imbalance can be manifested in over 200 disorders, like asthma and sleep apnea, and also more unexpected conditions like diabetes, impotence, and even varicose veins. Like many conventional physicians, Dr. Leung prescribes drugs to treat asthma. He refuses to consider Buteyko's method.